Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Eala Zarazua bow out of French Open doubles after tough second-round battle. Eala and Renata Zarazua exited the 2025 French Open women's doubles tournament in the second round following a 1-6, 3-6 loss to Olga Danilovic and Anastasia Potapova on Friday at Stade Roland Garros in Paris. The defeat ended Eala's historic campaign at the French Open, where she became the first Filipino tennis player, male or female, in the Open era to compete in the singles main draw of a Grand Slam. Coming off a first-round win on Tuesday against Emily Appleton and Yvonne Cavall-Reimers, Eala and Zarazua showed signs of rust as they were broken early and quickly fell behind 0-4 in the second set after dropping the opening frame. Danilovic and Potapova dominated with 9 winners at that point in the second set, while Eala and Zarazua gave away the fourth game on their serve due to 2 unforced errors. Best video game consoles. The Filipino-Mexican pair managed to break back in the next game after needing 3 breakpoints and nearly 6 minutes of play, with Eala finishing the game to cut the deficit and end their scoring drought. Riding that momentum, Eala held serve in the next game, with the duo closing the gap to 2-4. They landed 83% of their first serves in, putting pressure on their opponents and forcing an unforced error from Potapova to end the game. However, the European tandem quickly reasserted control, holding a love game for the 4th time in the match. They went on to take 2 of the final 3 games to seal the straight sets victory. Danilovic and Potapova will face 12th seeds Teresa Mihalikova of Slovakia and Olivia Nichols of Great Britain in the 3rd round. Eala and Zarazua bow out of French Open doubles after tough second-round battle. The 2025 French Open witnessed a compelling clash in the women's doubles second round as Filipino tennis sensation Eala and Mexican counterpart Renata Zarazua faced off against seasoned opponents in a match that tested their resilience and determination. A rising star and a seasoned veteran, Eala, at just 19 years old, has rapidly ascended the ranks of professional tennis. Having recently broken into the WTA Top 100, her partnership with Renata Zarazua, a veteran with a career-high doubles ranking of No. 88, brought a blend of youthful energy and seasoned experience to the court. Rappler, +2. Wikipedia, +2. Rappler, +2. The match. A test of grit. The second-round encounter was nothing short of a spectacle. Eala and Zarazua faced a formidable duo, and despite their best efforts, they were edged out in a closely contested match. The first set was a tight affair, with both teams exchanging breaks, but ultimately, Eala and Zarazua couldn't secure the crucial points, losing the set narrowly. The second set saw a similar pattern, with the Filipino-Mexican pair showing flashes of brilliance, but falling short in the decisive moments. ESPN.com. The aftermath. Lessons learned. While the loss was undoubtedly disappointing, it provided invaluable experience for Eala and Zarazua. For Eala, the match was a testament to her growth as a player, having previously clinched the 2021 French Open girls doubles title. Her partnership with Zarazua, though ending in defeat, showcased the potential for future collaborations. Zarazua, with her wealth of experience, continued to be a guiding presence on the court, offering insights and strategies to her younger partner. ESPN.com. +1. Manila Bulletin. +1. Looking ahead, both players have shown remarkable promise in their careers. Eala's recent performances, including a notable run at the 2025 Miami Open, have solidified her status as one of the rising stars in women's tennis. Zarazua, with her consistent performances on the ITF circuit, remains a formidable force in doubles. Their partnership, though brief, has laid the groundwork for potential future collaborations. Wikipedia. As the 2025 French Open progresses, the tennis world watches keenly, anticipating the next chapter in the careers of these two talented athletes. For Eala and Zarazua, this match serves as a stepping stone, reinforcing the adage that every defeat carries the seeds of future success. Sources: Paris, usually draped in elegance and nonchalance, pulsed with fierce intensity on this particular afternoon at Roland Garros. The red dust of Court 8 floated gently in the warm spring air, carried by the echoes of shark grunts and the rhythmic pock of tennis balls. Eala of the Philippines and Renata Zarazua of Mexico stood shoulder to shoulder, eyes set on the baseline, racket steady, lungs recovering between rallies. It was the second round of the women's doubles draw at the French Open, a stage that for many is just a step. But for them, it was a proving ground, a canvas for artistry and grit. They had fought hard in the opening round, a match full of fierce net battles and baseline duels. Eala, only 19, brought to the court the burning ambition of youth, her left-handed strokes like brushstrokes, fluid but fierce. Zarazua, a veteran of Latin clay, brought guile, geometry, and the kind of fight honed over a decade of travel and toil on the pro circuit. Their opponents today, a seeded pair of Europeans, known not just for ranking, but rhythm. A pair who'd made semifinals last year and weren't in the mood for surprises. The opening rally. The match began like a chess game with the tempo of jazz. Each pair traded blows, testing angles, probing weakness. Eala and Zarazua surged ahead early, winning the first break after a 17-shot rally that ended with a laser-like backhand from Eala skimming the line. Cheers erupted. A group of Filipino and Mexican fans waved flags, shouting encouragement. Eala raised her racket in quiet gratitude, but the momentum proved as slippery as the court itself. The seated duo, calm and clinical, adjusted their formation, began to target Zarazua's backhand, and moved in on every short ball. One moment, the underdogs were leading 4-2. 10 minutes later, it was 5-4 to the favorites. Finding the fire. It wasn't just the score line that shifted. It was the wind, the energy. The sun dipped behind a cloud. The crowd quieted. Mistakes crept in. But Eala wasn't done. During the changeover, she leaned over to Zarazua. No words were caught on the television microphones, but those watching could see it. A nod, a moment of recalibration, a reminder that they had come not just to play, but to challenge. They broke back to force a tiebreaker. What followed was a masterclass in hustle. Zarazua lunged for volleys she had no business reaching. Eala, eyes fierce, saved 3 set points with improbable winners, her racket singing with each contact. The tie-break ended 10-8, in favor of the favorites. The crowd rose, applauding both sides. But beneath their composed expressions, Eala and Zarazua felt it. One set down, the clay getting heavier beneath them. A battle of wills. The second set was a war. Not a war of destruction, but of resilience. Both sides knew the stakes. For the European pair, it was progress. For Eala and Zarazua, it was survival. Zarazua, agile and tireless, darted to intercept a drop shot and send it cross-court, drawing gasps. Eala returned a lob with a spinning overhead smash, her ponytail whipping behind her. Each point was sculpted with care and contested with fire. They won hearts even as the scoreboard leaned against them. At 3-3, they had 2 break points, the chance to take control, but nerves and narrow margins erased the opportunity. At 4-5, serving to stay in the match, Eala's hand trembled slightly. A double fault, her first of the match, put them on the brink. Zarazua clapped her hands, trying to settle her partner. Match point. The final rally stretched 23 strokes, a test of endurance and decision-making. Eala fired one more forehand down the line, but this time, just wide. Game, set, match. The quiet after. As the opponents celebrated, the young Filipina and the seasoned Mexican walked to the net. No theatrics, just quiet dignity. They tapped rackets with their opponents, then with each other. A smattering of applause from the bleachers turned into a standing ovation. Eala looked up, her expression a mix of defiance and reflection. This wasn't just a loss. This was a message. To the circuit, to themselves, that they belonged here. Zarazua waved at a small group of Mexican supporters. Her smile was tired but proud. She played many matches in obscurity, but this one felt different. The pair gathered their bags and walked off the court together. A match beyond the scoreboard. In the press conference that followed, Eala spoke softly but confidently. We knew it would be tough, but we also knew we had a chance to do something special. We fought for every ball. I think we showed what we're capable of. Zarazua nodded. It's not always about winning the trophy. Sometimes it's about showing the world who you are. And I think we did that today. And they had. In an era dominated by rankings and social media buzz, their performance was a reminder of the beauty of the game.